In this video help, I'm going to be showing the sales report by product. I want to repeat though this little message down here that any of the yellow buttons are set up for management people only, and that means that your access user ID and password are set up so that if you're not a management person, you cannot use these screens and should not use them. Let's go ahead and go to the report by product. In the report by product, basically what we're looking at is sales from invoices for items that were sold, and the product ID will be shown at the top of the report. So what's going to happen, you're going to see the product and the product name and the date of the sale. The next product, if it's a different one, will then be listed and by product and product ID and so forth. Now, basically what you're looking at is a sub-summary on each one of the screens below how many times it was run. In this case, if you look down here, you'll see that there was one sale on this invoice, and this is the summary information for that. If you come down here, if this repeated, it would have a different sub-summary down below it for the items that were paid for on a separate sub-summary. So in this case, the BAIR has a number of sales in the actual report before you see the next break where there was a sub-summary. I'm only using 2 records to build invoices, so this would break up quite a bit if you had all the items listed in here. Now here's the option when you come into this screen. If you're going to look for a particular product, you need to have the particular item ID or information that you want to look for. So in this case, let's go ahead and click on the Do, and you'll see that there is a invoice ID that we can pick on. We can also go in by the product ID and pick a particular product and say, I want to look for this particular product and I want to see all the records that pertain to that. So what I'm going to do in this case is go ahead and say perform the find, and you'll see that there's one item on sales ID 4, and if you want to go view it, you can go to the sales portal and view it through the sales portal and then into the actual invoice if you want to, or you can click the sales and go right to that sales invoice for that particular item. And you can see here that it summarized it. Now, picture this, if there were 1 to 1,000 items, you could have all those items listed. Now you can go to the next level and you can say, okay, I'm going to do the formula for a date range to see what was sold in this quarter for this item for that product. I'm not really at this point caring whether or not it's for a customer unless that is important. But basically what I would do is I would go back into the find, and then I would do that find date range like we did before. And say, for example, I want to do to January 1 to April, or let's say February the 28th. So I can get the first quarter range, and then I would go ahead and put that information in there, and then it would show me all the sales for that period. But you can also do a day, a week, a month, a quarter, a year, whatever you want by using this date field. It's a very important part of running reports, is to be able to know that you can use the date range, and obviously any of the other fields in here. You could go in and you could say, for example, I want to see this product only, and then it would show you only those items for that particular product. Now the count shows the count of how many times this thing was sold. And once again, you can do an omit record if you want to see this item drop from a great list of items. And then, of course, then you can show all the omitted by clicking the heart to bring back all the records other than the one you were just currently viewing. And obviously, it would give you the summary for those items. In order to see the headers properly for the different items, I would have to go ahead and click the Run Report. And then, of course, what it would do is it'd build the report. In this case, it's showing all the items by the product ID for diaper by pink bag, and you can see all the pink ones for carry bags that were in there. It shows the sub-summary with taxes, sum, and the line total. And in this case, they both match because it's only one set of records. If you wanted to do a report total where sub-summaries were broken out by more than one item, then there would be a sub-summary for each break of items and then the grand summary at the end of the report. That's key to know that there's an end of the report subtotal. So you'd have to go all the way to the end of it to see the subtotal or the report subtotal. If you have any questions, as always, you can go ahead and contact me through the support site, and I can answer your questions for you. Thank you.